Hey guys, welcome to the Super Coach Show, coming to you every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern on the Whatever It Takes Network. I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach, and as always in studio with me today, the optimizer that optimizes assets, Brock Patterson. And what do we do on the Super Coach Show, Brock? We multiply your life.
Amen.
We multiply your money. And we multiply your business to what? Superhuman levels. And one thing I can guarantee we always do is we always find the kryptonite in your life. That's the one thing that's holding you back. Now, the last week here in our home city of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, many of you all over the country have probably seen this. There has been a national controversy from my old team that I was a championship coach at. I was there for over a decade. And another team that was in a district tournament that actually forfeited the game by trying to lose the game. And they did it so blatant and so obvious that it made national news. One coach got fired. One coach got suspended for an entire year. In essence, they were doing the opposite of what we're talking about today in our show. Because the topic of our show today on the Super Coach Show is how to always be on offense versus defense, or in essence, a one simple statement: playing not to lose always guarantees losing in your life. Playing not to lose always guarantees losing.
Loser.
Now, I'm going to tell you what made me think about this. I'm driving down the road, and I'm thinking about calling my good friend who coaches that team, and I'm thinking of what I'm going to say to him. Now, I came up with a public statement. Like I said, it was on PTI, it was on ESPN, it was in the Washington Post, about how these two teams threw the game. They tried to lose. And the word was called tanked. You know, I said forfeited a minute ago. They forfeited. They didn't want to win.
No.
Because of who they would play in the next round. Now, we know people all over the country do this. NBA teams do it. Baseball teams do it. But the way in which they did it was so obvious that they were both trying to lose. So I was thinking about driving down the road, what am I going to say to my buddy who has just been suspended for a year, who is, they took away his pay for 1 year for this move. And what kept coming up in my mind, Brock, was a statement I used to say to my players all the time. Anytime you play not to lose, it guarantees losing. Okay? Now, I want to bring this down to the viewer, to the person listening to us on iTunes, on the Super Coach Show, and what does that mean for you? Because sometimes in my life, I play not to lose. And when you play not to lose, here's what it is. It's a mindset of fear. It's a mindset of lack programming. And it, more than anything, it's a mindset of scarcity. You know, some people spend all of their time, and it's been happening to me lately with a few people, is they spend more time fighting over the little bitty pie that they got right here. You see that right there, that little bitty pie? They spend more time fighting over the little bitty pie and who's going to get a piece than trying to make a freaking bigger pie. Isn't that stupid? It is just pure stupid. It's scarcity, guys. So in this scenario, because of this mindset, here's what happens. You hold on very tight to your past because you don't want to let it go. You hold on to past success. Your past is more important to you than your future is. So in this show today, we're going to show you how to always be on the offense and to remove this defensive mindset you might have that's costing you a bigger opportunity. Now, the viewers out there listening, because here's what my thought is. When you're around motivated people, you get more motivated. When you're around confident people, you get more confident. When you get around somebody that's so jacked up, it gets you jacked up, right? So why in the world, Brock, would somebody play not to lose? Why would somebody in their personal life play not to lose? Why would somebody in their business life play not to lose? Why would they even do this?
I think it's just, I think they're scared a lot of times. I think it's the fear of the unknown that people, you know, they start playing out the scenario. I call it playing the movie. So I try to teach, you know, if I'm teaching somebody, if I'm coaching or talking about a scenario, or I'm parenting, I talk about play the movie ahead. See what the outcome is going to happen. And I think people are victim of playing the movie in all kinds of catastrophic ways.
Ooh, they play out the negative.
They do.
And so here's what it got me thinking. In 2009, I was called in to coach several multimillionaires. One of those millionaires was worth well over $50 million. He had lost his personal confidence. His mental toughness had been eroded because every day he woke up, you know what he watched? His bank account get lower and lower and lower. And so my philosophy during that period of time was real simple. Dress up, paint up, spray up, get your war paint on, and get your ass in the office. Get going. Get up. There is no time for crying, whining, retreating, contracting. There was only one time. Yeah. Relentless pursuit. The first sale you got to make every day is to your own self. You got to wake up and you got to sell yourself to yourself. Okay? Because many people that tried to hold on to what they had, they lost everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying just lost a little bit. They went bankrupt.
Including momentum.
Yes. Because they didn't get up every morning and sell themselves to themselves. Today we're talking how to always play to win, how to be on offense and the attack versus on the defense. The biggest kryptonite you're going to face in this first segment, it's real simple, guys. Your past is more important to you than your future is.
Right.
Your past is more important to you than your future is. You spend all of your time trying to hold on to what you used to have versus all of your time trying to create something new. When we come back in segment number 2, we're going to talk a very scientific term called creative destruction. How do you go out there and understand that it's happening every single day? You're watching the Super Coach Show with Coach Micheal Burt and Brock Patterson. 2015 is the year of the monster. I'm talking about a legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. You see, I got a new coaching program, and I'm looking for people who want to have a monster year. Once a month coaching program for 3 hours with other like-minded monsters in a structured environment with key measurable outcomes and lots of accountability. You see, the Monster Coaching Program is coming, and we've already got 22 monsters signed up. Will you be in the class? Are you somewhere else in the country? No worries. We'll be live streaming this with workshops every month online. You can come into Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where our monsters will be every single month for 3 hours. We also have two destination summits, one in New York City in April and one in Cabo San Lucas in the fall, and then a big celebration. If you're interested in being a monster, come on and join us. You get the Monster Producer Planner, you get the book, you get the app, and you get me coaching the heck out of you to be a legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market in 2015. Go to monsterproducer.com. Hey guys, welcome back to the Super Coach Show. I ain't playing to lose, man. I ain't scared. Playing not to lose.
No.
Guarantees losing, man.
Loser.
It guarantees losing.
Yes.
I hope you're thinking about joining us for Monster Producer, but there's another program that for 1 week we've drastically knocked down, and that is our Person of Interest Mastery Course, which is March 25th and the 26th in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You spend 2 days with me. The price when we put this out, $2,500. 2 days with me, one-to-one attention, one-to-many. We have dinner. We spend time with each other. But, Brock, we cut that price.
Man, I can't believe you did it, too.
And I did it.
Crazy.
My team did not convince me to do it. I did it. $497 to spend 2 days with me. I'm going to teach you how to be a person of interest. Get licensed in the content. Get the books. Get me. Get all of that. $497. But, hey, it's only lasting this week. So if you're going to act on that, email us at info@coachburt.com or call our office and sign up with Lauren. Just email info@coachburt or 225-8380, 615-225-8380. We're about to come out with the 800 number, so you can call us international.
Let's go, international.
So when you think about this, today we're talking playing not to lose guarantees losing. And I set the preface because 2 teams last week actually played to lose. And they lost all right.
In a major way.
They lost. Teams lost. Coaches lost. Coaches got fired. One of them got suspended.
Kids lost.
Big
time.
I did a video on it about my stance on it because in all my years, I never played to lose.
Right.
But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about in these short segments, 7 minutes apiece, what we're talking about is when you play not to lose, you guarantee losing because what you're doing is playing defense.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Versus offense. And if you could just play offense all the time, how awesome would that be? So in this segment, here's what we're talking about, Brock, a term called creative destruction. Now you say, what does creative destruction have to do with my business? Well, creative destruction is where someone out there who is hungrier than you, more relentless than you, more studious than you, more focused than you, sits back and studies your model and looks for the missing structures in your model that you have become blinded to by your laziness, by your complacency, by your lack of focus. And what they do is they figure out a way how to do it better and faster and cheaper than you. Yes. That is creative destruction, and it happens every single day. So your best defense is always offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's attack mode. It's constant creative destruction of your own company. It's constantly... See, when we started March, here's what I thought of. March, first day, new start. Right? First day, new start. So what does that give us a chance to do? Let's look at everything we're doing, and let's see what's working and what's not working. Let's see what's profitable, not profitable. We've got 60 days of proof of concept. Let's step back and look. So give the viewer another perspective on this creative destruction.
Well, here's what happens. In the 1980s recession, there was a study published. I was trying to find it before I came over, and that way I could share really the statistics behind it. But they looked at successful companies that continued to advertise at the same levels or higher, had an 800% return on business. Now, you know what happened to the other businesses.
What's that?
That retracted and played defense.
That's right.
They lost significant market share, and just like in 2010, they closed. So the people that were on the offense that spent money, the same amount of money, if not more, during the recession, won 800 times over.
That's right.
It's huge.
And so when you think about it, here's what I think. When you see learning as an expense, you're on defense. When you see some type of marketing and advertising for your business as an expense, you're on defense. You know, I'm paying money to be on the Whatever It Takes network to go on offense.
Right.
I want 4 and 5 times more people seeing our show. I believe in our product.
Right.
I'm spending money on marketing advertising ads in men's restrooms in our market for a product that ain't even out in the market yet. It's coming to the market. You know why? Buzz. Chatter. So I hear a lot of people say, oh, I can't afford it. Oh, that's an expense. You know, here's what you're doing, man. You're playing defense.
Yes.
And when you go out and play defense, and when I was a basketball coach, we had a goal to have the ball at the midline in less than 2.1 seconds. We practiced how we took the ball, when they scored, how we took it out of the net, and the angle at which my players moved to hit them on the run so we can catch it and get it to midline by 2.1 seconds, because here's what I know. We didn't even have to run an offense when we're shoving it down your throat every single possession.
Right.
And so here's what would happen, Brock. First half, they'd play with us. Third quarter, they'd start to fatigue. Because what's it like with the relentless pursuit of somebody coming at you over and over and over? So after the first 20 minutes, man, they started to get tired.
Oh, yeah.
And so where we won the game was in the second half. Because every possession, if you didn't sprint back, we already had the ball at the, and then we're going to shove it right at the goal. We're going to drive as hard as we can at the goal. Here's what I found out. When I had great teams that could do that, they had to constantly play defense.
Right.
Now, when I was in Miami with Grant Cardone, hey, I'm waiting for a phone call back from you, friend, because I've been texting you and emailing you and trying to get your attention. That's my job. And so here's one thing he said. I said, man, why do you do all this stuff? So my competitors are constantly playing defense.
I like that.
So when you see us come out with all of these shows, podcasts, weekly deals, Person of Interest Academy, Monster Producer Summit, New York City, all of this stuff, why we've got 10 books in the market. You know what we're doing? All-out assault on the market.
Right.
Now, for the person who's out there listening, I call that the mindset of a cheetah, and that's in our book, Zebras and Cheetahs. Talk about what the mindset of a cheetah is. How can a person out there who doesn't own their own business be a cheetah?
I think your language is the first thing. I think you really got to be careful about the words that you use. I mean, you got to say that you want to do stuff versus I have to do stuff. You really have to focus on your language. And I think when you talk about, the first sell is to yourself every day. I think that's the first thing you can do to be a cheetah. Mm-hmm. The second thing you really have to do is you have to start solving problems internally. And I've talked about this before. You have to make the processes internally more efficient. Mm-hmm. You have to find a way to love on customers in a better way, to make it to where it's automated. I mean, you have to really become the person that's a consultant inside your business, even though you're an internal employee.
Now, you hear Kiyosaki talk about the language of the rich, poor, and middle class. For example, middle class people say, go to school, get a degree, get a good job, put money into a pension. Mm-hmm. Rich people talk in terms of assets, liabilities, cash flow, not renting, buying.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Profit and loss statements. The language of a cheetah on the attack is real important. So I like to say every morning I wake up and I affirm these things. I am a person of interest. Success is my duty, it's my obligation, it's my responsibility. I got people counting on me. It's not for me, it's for other people. So when you wake up and tell yourself that, you're getting in your mindset of being a cheetah.
Right.
Let me give you the kryptonite for this segment. When it comes to creative destruction, it's real simple. You're majoring in the minors, man. You're majoring in the freaking minors. You can't unpack the drama or the low-wasted energy that keeps you stuck where you are. You can't see the clues or put yourself in a position to win. Wouldn't it be a shame to walk around the world clueless, Brock? The world's giving us clues, and success leaves clues. And we come back in segment 3, the final segment. I'm going to give you another clue called If It Ain't Broke, Then You Need to Break It. You're watching the Super Coach Show right here on the Whatever It Takes Network. Hey, this is Coach Micheal Burt, and I have a prediction. Within the next 5 years, every manager in the world will have to become a coach. You know, a good coach will do 3 things for you. They make you have conversations you don't want to have. They make you do some things you don't want to do. They'll help you become something you didn't think you could become. This transition, what I call the coaching revolution, prompted me to create a program called Turn Your Managers into Coaches. What we want to do is drive up engagement, drive up production. We want to become a manager other people want to follow. If you've got managers out there that you want to turn into coaches that engage people in systematic behaviors that allows them to do something tomorrow they simply cannot do today, pick up the phone and call us, 225-8380, 615-225-8380, or email us at info@coachburt.com, and we're going to teach you how to turn your managers into great coaches. Welcome back to the Super Coach Show. And if you like what you hear every week, I think by my estimation, I may have the wrong numbers, but we're one of the top 5 most viewed shows.
I think so.
On the Whatever It Takes Network, okay? And that ain't no chicken scraps right there, okay?
Yes.
So we're trying to bring great content every week. If you like the Super Coach Show, if you want to be coached, if you're hungry, as Les Brown used to say, to be coached, then get your butt to New York City, April 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Yes.
I'm going to be in the Monster City, the Big Apple, with my Monster Producer Summit. Spend 2 days with me and a group of like-minded creatures who want to dominate the world. We're doing it in the big city because it's a big city, man. It's about energy. It's about monster energy. I'll walk you through my book, Monster Producer. I'll show you the 7 frameworks, how we use the planner, how we attack the week, how you go out there and always play offense versus defense, because playing not to lose guarantees losing. MonsterProducer.com. Go to CoachBurt.com and you can sign up there. $4.99 gets you 2 days with me.
That's cheap.
That's underpriced, man. We're underpricing everything around here.
Telling you, man.
I might as well get the books on there for $4 a book.
You're getting solved.
Right? Now, when you think about it, segment 3 is about this. If it ain't broke, you need to break it. If it ain't broke, you need to break it. Because here's the deal. You're sitting out there, and there's some viewers out there watching us today. It's real simple, man. You're playing from behind. You're playing scared. I've got a buddy that says, I put all my chips in. You put all your chips in when you don't have any confidence. You know what you say? Hey, take it. Just you can have everything that I've got because I don't have anything. My confidence is low. So in this segment, we're going to talk about if it ain't broke, you need to break it. The way to avoid playing not to lose is real simple. Risk, new things, break your own and tired models, and it's really to wake up with a beginner's mind. That's why I love saying we go to bed tired and we wake up hungry. We go to bed tired, we wake up hungry. We go to bed with nothing, we wake up and create. And I was on the phone with Matt Monero, one of our clients, coaching him through person of interest. And he actually uses a term that says he's a big guy on this underdog. He's got an underdog mindset. And so he said what he does is he can manifest adversity in his life. That's not real adversity. So he can manifest and create the underdog mindset.
That guy's sharp.
So what he does is he actually puts himself at a disadvantage. So at the end of the month, here's what he does. He cleans his bank account out. And he starts with less than $5,000, and he says, I don't even have enough money to pay my mortgage on my house this month. And he puts it over here where he cannot touch it.
Nice.
He goes to bed tired. He wakes up hungry.
Gambler.
He's an underdog, baby. He's playing offense versus defense. Playing not to lose guarantees losing. Many years ago in a big game when I was a coach, we were in a championship game that I personally didn't believe we could win. My players didn't know that. We convinced them they could win. We won the whole game. In the last 3 minutes, we're up 14 points. 14 points in 3 minutes. I go into what's called prevent. I went into a super cautious mode. I actually started stalling with our offense.
Wow.
Now, I want you to think about how moronic this was. So we start stalling.
Right.
We start then turning the ball over versus the natural. See, you're born relentless, and you are taught to relent. Now, I'll say that again. You're born relentless, and then you're taught to relent. Well, we were relentless the whole game. We're on the road winning, and here's what I do. I start calling the dogs off. I go into prevent. Guess what happens? Momentum shifts. My players start to sense my lack of confidence. We turn the ball over. The other team goes ahead with 14 seconds to go and wins the game by 1 point. After that game, I went over to the Applebee's. I drank a half a gallon of vodka in a town that I never said I would visit again, and I haven't. I've never been back to that city again after that night. And I sat there with my assistant coach, and I swore, Brock, I would never play not to lose again. I would always, from that point forward, play to win. You see the power of that story?
Yeah.
I had to lose to learn that. So when you think about this, talk about momentum. Momentum's a great exaggerator. Person out there watching the show today, you're sitting there scared to death. You playing to lose. You playing not to lose, man. You protecting everything that you got in your past. How can a person get up off the bench, Brock, and start taking this attack mindset? That's a verb. Action. Move. You're taught to relent. Taught to be relentless. Then we grow out of relentless and we relent every day. We go backwards. How does a person not do that?
The first thing somebody's got to do is they've got to realize they're not doing it alone. They're just not. I don't know many self-made people. I mean, you hear the term, we even talked about self-made billionaires. My guess is they had a team.
Yes.
A team of advisors. So in your personal life or your professional life, you need to surround yourself with the right people who will give you honest feedback, who will direct you in the right places, who will connect you with the right people so that you can build momentum. So you can get a win today and a win tomorrow and a win next week. Not just a win overall, but you'll keep building that momentum.
Small private victories precede public victories. Playing not to lose guarantees losing. Let me give you some kryptonite in this final segment right here. Then I'm going to give you some sprint actions to get you out of here. Here's the kryptonite for you that's holding you back because we're trying to get you to superhuman levels, right? You don't go to bed tired and wake up hungry. Here's what you do, man. You go to bed complacent and you wake up well fed. Every group I have ever coached that wouldn't do what I'm teaching them to do, Brock, were well fed. You know what they were well fed with? Leads, baby. So the cat that's 50 years old, the middle-aged white guy that's 50 years old, selling insurance, that's getting fed leads like crazy, that's making $300,000. Let me tell you what he does. He goes to bed complacent, and he wakes up well-fed. Satisfied needs never motivate. Only unsatisfied need. Man, I'm so excited. I want to flip this damn chair over right here. Now,
be careful now.
Here's what I'm saying.
Studio.
If you're out there watching this show, man, tweet that out. Good Lord, tweet it out. Satisfied needs never motivate people. Only unsatisfied needs. You going to bed complacent, you waking up well fed. I want to go to bed tired and wake up hungry. I want unsatisfied needs. I need to extend. Right. I need to reach. I need something in front of me. They tell us that there's 3 reasons that people pass as they get older, Brock, outside of natural disaster. You know what they are? They run out of money.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because they run out of money, they run out of good care. Number 2, they run out of love. Nobody's coming to see them. But the third thing they run out of is they run out of purpose. Joe Paterno coached his whole life, and they took away his one true passion. They took away his fight. Guy's dead within 6 months. So when you think about that, you got to go to bed tired. You got to wake up hungry. You got to stretch. You got to push. Let me give you some sprint actions to get you out of here, okay? And Brock, I want you to weigh in one more time before we get them out of here. Here's some things. Some things and people are far more important to you in the past than they are in the future. Sometimes in your life, there will be people that come into your life that are more valuable to you in your past than they are to you in your future, right? They were good for a season, but they're good for the past versus the future. Some of the things you've done in the past, good for the past.
That's right.
But not enough for the future. Number 2, quit playing defense. Because your lack of preparation and execution is pitiful. Quit playing defense, man. I was with mortgage originators this morning, one of the biggest mortgage firms in the world. And I said, what stresses you out? What exhausts you? You know what they said? Constantly being in a burnout mode. Constantly. You know what I said? You're playing defense, man. Playing not to lose.
Right.
Guarantees losing. And number 3, take the brake out of your car. Go on full throttle. Attack like a cheetah. Use phraseology like attack. We're going into the concrete jungle. Dress up, paint up, spray up, pretty up. Get yourself dusted off and get your damn mojo back because the world is waiting. Your potential call. It's been looking for you. Okay? And you know what it's getting? A busy signal.
Yeah.
It's getting a busy signal because you ain't answering the phone. Brock, finish us off, and then I got 2 things to promote. We're going to get you out of here.
Offense is not going to guarantee a win.
That's right.
But the only way that you're going to win is if you score. That's it. That's it. Walk off.
Hey, all dreamers are not achievers, but all big achievers are dreamers. Person of interest mastery. If you're serious about playing at the next level, let me teach you how to be a person of interest. Come spend 2 days with me. March 25th and 26th, my home city. Fly into Nashville, Tennessee. I lowered the price to $497. What do you want me to do? Come to your house and do it for you? This is the best we can do. If you've been thinking about it, get off the fence. Come to our city and spend time with us. Monster Producer Summit coming to New York City in April. Go out there. Go to CoachBurt.com. $499. Come to the Big Apple with me because I'm going to tell you what I'm going to teach you. You will be so jacked up when you get done with that conference. You might get up in the front of the airplane and fly it back, kick the pilot out, because that's how much we go on offense. This is Super Coach Show. Follow me at Micheal Burt. Follow Brock Patterson at Brock Patterson, the Optimizer. We come to you every week to multiply your life, your money, and your business, and we always find the kryptonite in your life. Go out there this week and go on offense. Hey guys, Coach Micheal Burt here. I believe everybody needs a coach in life, and that's why I'm inviting you to join me in the Big Apple, baby. The Monster City on the planet, New York City, April 17th and 18th. Spend 2 days in an immersion type experience with me at my Monster Producer Summit. I'm going to teach you the 7 frameworks of a monster producer. I'm going to teach you how to take monster action, a monster explanation of services, monster selling system, how to get monster attention, how to keep your monster swag, and ultimately how to build a monster enterprise. For $499, join me at the Sheraton, New York City, Times Square for 2 days, 8 hours. Spend some personal time with Coach if you're serious about being a legendary creature this year that dominates every field by combining multiple skill sets. Go to CoachBurt.com or email us at info@CoachBurt.com to sign up at $499, 2 days with me. This will be a monster experience.